Kia ora tātou everybody, and welcome to my review of this morning's All Blacks vs Argentina game in the Rugby Championship. The All Blacks came away this morning with a 35-17 win over the Argentinians. It's quite an interesting game over in South America, and look, the All Blacks got the W. They got the win which they were hoping for, and congratulations to them for securing the Rugby Championship. But it almost feels like it wasn't, to some degree, a complete performance. It was a little bit messy from both teams, so let's break it down. Quick synopsis of the game in general. Look, Argentina had so many opportunities either side of half-time. They were in the All Blacks 22. They were making the All Blacks sweat and rush back on defence, but they just couldn't quite get over the advantage line and score a try. The All Blacks would shut them down or get a turnover, or Argentina would just do something silly and give the ball away, which sums up their game, really. Like, they managed to get 2 tries, which all in all were 2 pretty good tries, credit to them. But man, the All Blacks defence on the goal line was awesome. Argentina look flustered at a lot of times, and they tried to make things happen without letting things happen, if you get what I mean. They saw an opportunity and they just rushed to try and get to counter that opportunity, instead of just taking a moment to sit back and think about the appropriate ways to get over the line. Unfortunately for Argentina, they just couldn't do it this week. There was so much hype a fortnight ago when they beat Australia and the Gold Coast, and we thought, well, maybe they've got confidence, and that's something that Argentina hasn't taken into a match against All Blacks for years, is confidence. So that was a key ingredient that they had. Unfortunately, though, it just got shut down real early. You know, once the All Blacks got a couple of tries, you could just see momentum in the Argentinian players just going down. Their confidence was dropping, which resulted in pressure and penalties and knock-ons and so forth and so on. So it was unfortunate from an Argentinian point of view. In terms of an All Blacks point of view, that they adapted well. A couple of changes from their last game against South Africa. Luke Whitelock pulled out really late, which meant Ardie Savea had to start at number 8. And Steve Hansen said just before the game, he quoted, well, we'll see today if Ardie is a good number 8. And boy, did he have a great game, but I will get to him a bit later. You know, Argentina won 8 turnovers, which shows they were able to get ball off the All Blacks. They just weren't able to counter. Their set piece was a mess. The scrum was dominated by the All Blacks. Tuingafasi and Karl Tuinukuafe were great in the front row, absolutely dominated the scrum. Argentina lost 5 lineouts, which was a shambles for a team that usually is such a good set piece. They just, made costly errors, and credit to the All Blacks, they held on and they got a win. And that's all they were after, was to take away the W. And look, next week they've got a big game against South Africa. They will need to step up from this week, but they can be happy with the win. So let's get into some player reviews. Ben Smith started back at fullback this week, which I was so happy with. I love Ben Smith at fullback. He's one of the best fullbacks in the world. Unfortunately, didn't get any opportunities this week. He played 58 minutes, wasn't required to make a tackle. Just had no ball, really, and it was a real quiet game for Ben Smith, so I can only give him a 5, and that's not his fault at all. He just, didn't get any ball or any room to move, so hence the 5. But he's not a bad player, it's just the way it panned out. Waisake Naholo back on the wing this week, and I tell you what, I was really impressed with him. I love seeing Waisake Naholo get some ball and get some good game time. He played the full 80 minutes this morning, made 5 tackles, made 6 runs for 61 metres, which is really good. 10 metres a carry is really superb. And he managed to beat 4 defenders, muscled his way over for a great try. So, great game, Waisake Naholo. I give you a 7.5. Ryan Crotty. Ryan Crotty didn't have a bad game at all. Another 80 minutes. He didn't miss a tackle. Passed 4 times, so he was there to get the ball away. Only 4 runs, didn't make a lot of metres. So he didn't have a bad game, Ryan Crotty. Just didn't really have the room to move, and De La Fuente really shut him down well in the midfield. So credit to Argentina for shutting down Crotty. So for that, I give him a 6.5. This week also saw the much anticipated return to rugby for Sonny Bill Williams. He only played a handful of games for the Blues, then came back in the French series and got injured in his first game back. He's finally made his comeback, and unfortunately it was a mixed bag for Sonny Bill this week. He got a yellow card and was just unfortunate that he was on the end of a lot of All Blacks penalties on the line, and he was the one who was offside twice. Hence the card. It was more a yellow card for the team over a yellow card for Sonny Bill. 7 carries for only 17 metres. Yep, he had a couple of good offloads, which you expect, but just lacked that impact and just wasn't overly flashy like you want Sonny Bill to be. I guess he's just adapting back into the All Blacks culture and back into playing rugby again because it's been so long. I'm going to give him a 5, but I know he can do so much better. Do I think he'll play next week? I wouldn't play him, but look, that's up to the coaches. So I'm modest 5 for Sonny Bill. Rieko Ioane, 80 minutes, 10 runs, 130 metres, 2 tries, bet 4 defenders. Every time he got the ball, he was away. He made some blistering runs. He nearly got a hat-trick on a couple of occasions. It was just unfortunate. Some scrambling Argentinian defence stopped him from getting that hat-trick. All in all, a great game. Wasn't required to make that many tackles, but just so much impact and emphasis when he gets the ball, and he's just such a threat. So a brilliant game. I give him an 8. Just a great game all round. Beauden Barrett really answered his critics again this morning, especially with the tee going 4 from 4 and not missing a kick. Played the full 80 minutes, went to fullback for the end of the game, made 6 tackles, 10 runs, 27 metres, which 27 is quite low for Beauden Barrett, especially off 10 carries. His distribution was good though. Field kicking had the odd blunder, but other than that was pretty solid. So I'm going to give Beauden Barrett a modest 7. TJ Pitanata, congratulations on your 50th test. I can't believe it's been 50 already. Time flies, and he is a great halfback, and I really hope he gets another 50. He is one of my personal favourites. He got a very good 66-minute effort last night, made 8 tackles, 1 try assist, which was awesome. His distributing was great. He was always looking to run with the ball when he had some space. His leadership and communication is getting better by the game, so I give TJ Piranara a 7.5. Ardie Savea, as I mentioned just a bit earlier, had a phenomenal game, and for me, he was the best player on the paddock. 80 minutes, 11 tackles, 9 runs, 60 metres, bet 7 defenders, and he got multiple turnovers. Off the back of the scrum, he was lethal. Scrummaging himself, he was lethal. He had a great game, Ardie Savea. Really, he had to step up at the last minute to play number 8, and it worked. And I really actually liked that combination with Sam Cane and Ardie Savea, both in the loose forwards, but Ardie at 8 was great. Would like to see a bit more, but it's hard when, obviously, you've got the great Kieran Reid there. But nonetheless, I think that'll give the All Blacks a bit more confidence if they need to rest Reid in the future, because he had a great game, so 9 for Ardie Savea. Sam Cane, another good 80-minute effort for him last night. Made 9 tackles, 9 carries, got some great turnovers when the All Blacks were under the pump too. Just his body positioning over the ball was great. He's just such an experienced footballer now, and he's very niggly at the breakdown. People used to talk about the best turnover people in the world being, your Pococks and your Hoopers, but man, Sam Cane is getting so much better at that, and he is so good at turnover. An absolute lethal weapon. So a very good game from Sam Cane last night. I give him a 7.5. Shannon Frizzell got another test last night. He got another opportunity. This morning. 66 minutes for Frizzell. 20 tackles. Topped the tackle count for New Zealand. Only missed 1. He made 20 tackles, which is huge. 8 carries. Didn't make a lot of meters. We saw what he's like on attack in the last game against Argentina, and now we see what he's like on defence, and it was superb. So great game, Shannon Frizzell. I give him a 7.5. Scott Barrett, 80 minutes for him this morning. 9 tackles, was very good. Got a very good line-out steal when the All Blacks were under the pump. Look, 3 runs for 6 metres. Used as a bit of a battering ram. Wasn't able to get over the advantage line as such. All in all, didn't have a bad game. Maybe lacked a bit of Scott Barrett emphasis that we usually see. But nonetheless, I give him a 6.5. Captain Sam Whitelock undefeated as captain of the All Blacks now, 5 from 5. He'll be absolutely stoked with that. 50 minutes. I think it was good to give him a good 50-minute effort and then rest him because he's played a lot of rugby lately. So I think that was a well-deserved rest. Look, he made 9 from 11 tackles and 3 carries. Line out as well. Yeah, basically he does what he always does. Just head down, does the mahi. Doesn't worry about being too flashy. He just gets on and gets the work done. Wasn't able to make huge meters with the ball, but, you know, he did his job, so I give him a 6.5. Ofa Tuingafasi had a great game this morning. 51 minutes for 5 tackles. Only 1 carry. Brilliant out the back Sonny Bill pass. I was like, crikey. Great pass from Tuingafasi. Scrummed really well. And Argentina are credited for their strong scrum, and Tuingafasi was a huge contributor to destroying that scrum. So great game for him. I give him a 7. Cody Taylor, 59 minutes, and to be honest, he has been a workhorse all year, and he just looked like he just had one game too much, to be honest, this morning. He hasn't been given that much of a rest, and I was hoping they were going to rest him this week. He's got another big test next week, and he just played like he was jaded, in my opinion. You know, he conceded 2 penalties. In the first 10 minutes, he buffed 2 lineouts, and he didn't have a bad game, but you can just see he just needs a break. So I'm giving him a 6. He will play next week because we need him next week, but the poor guy just needs a breather. Karl Tuinukuafe, 56 minutes. 13 from 13 tackles, 1 try assist, destroyed the Argentinian scrum. This bloke has been a hidden gem for the All Blacks. When he got named at the start of the year, no one really knew who he was, but he's come out and he just gets better every week. You know, with Moody being out, which is a real unfortunate injury for Joe Moody, Tuinukuafe has taken that in his stride, man, and he is owning that 1 jersey at the moment. He is so good. Great game this morning. I give him an 8, just superb. Quick rundown of the bench. Nathan Harris played 21 minutes, made 2 tackles, had no carries. I just give him a modest 6 for his time on the field. Tim Perry, 24 minutes, 2 tackles as well. Same deal with Harris, 6. They came on and they kept the momentum of the scrum. Angus Ta'aval, congratulations on your test debut. I love seeing debutants, and another great story this is. The start of the year, didn't have a Super Rugby contract, ended up playing with the Chiefs, and now has made his All Black debut. He got 29 minutes this morning. 1 tackle, 3 carries, scrummed well, so yet again, a solid 6. Patrick Tuipulotu came on and got a good 30-minute effort. 4 tackles, 5 carries, a great try where he just battered over the Argentinian defence, so 6.5. Jackson Himmelpour, congratulations on another test cap for you. A late call-up as well, coming onto the bench, but you did well. 14 minutes, 3 from 3 tackles, but can't really rate Himmelpour on 14 minutes. But look, just another test and more experience to add to his bow. Aaron Smith came on and played 14 minutes, made 12 passes, and, you know, as you expect, Aaron Smith looked comfortable as he is our number 1 halfback. I couldn't really rate him in 14 minutes, but got the job done. Richie Mwanga, 22 minutes, 5 from 5 tackles, 3 runs, 40 metres, 2 line breaks, and a try assist. Got a conversion as well, came on, and just the confidence was there. It was just like a whole nother spark. Argentina, I think, were just taken back by how this young guy just came on and baffled them and broke the line, and, you know, a really very good 22-minute effort. And after 22 minutes, usually you can't really rate someone, but I'm giving Mwanga a 7.5 just for his instant impact and how he kept the momentum going. And lastly, Anton Leonard-Brown, 24 minutes, 5 runs, and got a cheeky try at the end. So I give him 6.5 for his time on the field, but looked comfortable as he usually does. So there are my player ratings. Look, congratulations again to the All Blacks for winning the Rugby Championship. Also early this morning, South Africa beat Australia 23-12. Should be an interesting contest next week, but I have read that South Africa are going to be missing a lot of players due to other overseas commitments, which could hamper the contest a little bit. You know, I'm predicting the All Blacks will get over the line next week and, you know, just put South Africa at ease again. But nonetheless, should be a good game. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back next week. Kia ora.